Romero.
And I'm Chris.
The world we live in is weird, and you're liable to get lost without someone to guide you through it.
Unfortunately, we aren't those people. Join us each episode as we share the strange, bizarre, and downright unnecessary in an attempt to better understand the world around us.
And say whatever we want along the way.
Because this is the Non-Experts Podcast. So, welcome to another bite-sized bonus episode. I'm surprised these aren't as into the bite of ace. We did it last time.
Was that the bite of 87?
That didn't amuse me as much this week. Look, why is there not a good quality?
Oh, well, like the crunch.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's what I was hoping for.
Anyway.
Sorry.
You're good. I don't know why these bite-sized episodes aren't as popular. Like, they don't get as many views or downloads, but like they're super short. So I mean, it's super. Anyway, if you're listening, thank you.
We appreciate you.
Yes. Anyway, so I have two, only because one of them is really short, and it's just kind of like a quick little thing, and the other one's a little more like, huh? So this first one was from March 2nd of 1955. So it was a while ago. The actual article title, and it wasn't even technically an article, it's like a paragraph, but it says, Hot Story Fails to Convince Judge. So this is from the Pantagraph in Illinois, but the story actually happened in Memphis, Tennessee. So Gertrude Dorman, 36, emphatically denied Tuesday that she set the bed on fire in her hotel room. According to her, it was on fire when I got in the bed. The judge fined her $51 for smoking in bed, and police said that she had also been drinking, which, not a shocker. I just can't imagine, like, actually telling somebody. We'll get to it. I just can't imagine, like, actually, like, oh, it was on fire.
No, seriously. I laid down and was like, oh, wow. It was on fire.
This is perfect for a chilly night like tonight.
Ooh.
Right.
It was early March, right? So early part of 1955. So it
Yeah.
probably was chilly.
Yeah.
It's reasonable. Heated
yeah.
beds were a thing, maybe.
So the reason why your face was the reason why he was looking like this. I was curious because $51 doesn't seem like a lot, but I'm like, this is 1955, so I looked it up and did the math. So $51 in 1955 would be $497.79 in 2021. Which is an 876.1% inflation rate.
Jeez.
So imagine getting fined $500 for setting a bed on fire in a hotel room.
I think we should hand out $500 fines for smoking in general.
I agree.
Oh, okay. Take that.
That'll teach you to stop smoking, son.
Is it worth it?
Is it worth
$10
$500?
pack of cigarettes for
$500
fine?
I mean, they raised the price of cigarettes, and apparently it was still worth it because people are paying the higher price to smoke.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Anyway, that went on a tangent that I wasn't expecting. Anyway, that one was just short and interesting, and I'm like, wow. It was on fire when I got in bed.
But then it's funny because I always do these stupid, like, puns with the headlines. So
Yeah.
then it makes sense. Hot story.
Right, yeah.
Oh, hot, like, because it was on fire. Oh, I get it. Shut up. I don't know why that's ever been something that people thought was funny or like.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. I'll let you take it away again.
So this next one is a little bit longer. So this, I guess you could say, this is the technically. This is technically the actual story. I cannot speak English on these bonus episodes. This one is also from March, but it is 1934, so it's a little bit older than the other one. So 40-year-old Mabel Wolfe of Brooklyn showed up at the hospital complaining of acute stomach pain and a loss of appetite. An x-ray revealed the presence of a large clump of metallic objects in her stomach. In an hour-long operation following the x-ray, surgeons removed 1,203 pieces of hardware from her stomach. The objects weighed a total of 1 pound, 3 ounces. And amazingly, they hadn't done her any serious harm. Now, they have a list of all of these objects here, and I might throw up a little graphic to really help illustrate exactly what it was that they removed from her stomach. There were 584 upholstery tacks, 144 carpet tacks, 2 chair tacks. I guess those weren't as delicious as the others. 1 round-headed thumbtack, 3 thumbtacks that were ordinary, 46 small screws, 6 medium screws, and 80 large screws. Those were the more delicious. 1 hook-shaped screw from a coat hanger, 30 small bolts, 47 large bolts, 3 picture hooks, 3 nuts, 2 large bent safety pins, 1 small safety pin, 2 stray pins without heads, 1 matted mass of hair containing screws and pins, 49 assorted beads, 4 pieces of wire, 89 pieces of glass of all sizes, and 1 piece of teacup handle.
And a partridge in a pear tree. Okay, well, first of all, I don't mean to interrupt you finishing this.
No,
but
it's fine.
Clearly, fine upholstery tax, I should say.
Delicacy.
It's literally the word I was about to say. Clearly, they're a delicacy.
Yes.
She ate almost 600 of them.
Yes.
In comparison to everything else.
Yeah.
And carpet tax. That's coming in pretty close at 150. I'm hoping that as you continue, it explains what is wrong with this person.
Well, unfortunately, there is an explanation, but not really. So we'll get to it. So, Miss Wolf claimed that she had eaten all these objects 5 years earlier in a single week while she was working at a Manhattan hardware store. And you have to wonder whether or not they had noticed like all this inventory missing. You know what I mean? Like, there's like 500 like screws missing.
Dude, where's all the...
I just ordered. Anyway, so
I'm missing like 60 assorted beads. Where's the stuff?
I like how we're giving these people like they're saying like assorted beads
instead of just where's this box?
Exactly. Yeah. Anyway, so when pressed further, she said, "I really don't know what started me on this diet. I guess I was just trying to be funny, because that's how you know. Oh, great comedy, Miss Wolf."
She ate a tank.
It's hilarious. She said, "Don't ask me any more about it. I only want to get well and go home." Seems like she's hiding something anyway.
Yeah.
She suffered minor stomach pains for about 5 years as a result of the objects, but she had only been able to self-treat it with like just medicine that she had. Finally, she went to the doctor when the pain became too intense. So one of the things that the doctors were kind of not fully able to explain was why the objects kind of clumped together. They just kind of assumed that maybe like stomach acid, but that's not really, worth exploring. Evidently, though, she suffered from an eating disorder known as pica, which is a compulsion to eat non-nutritive. Thank you.
I know sometimes it's
non-nutritive items such as paper, metal, chalk, mud, etc. So they kind of suspect that her diet wasn't confined to a single week because it was just the amount of objects, so she'd probably been doing it for quite a while. But still, that seems a little strange and bizarre. What was it, like 1,203 pieces of metal hardware? Here's the thing, and this is what I was thinking about when I wrote this up. You remember those, like, Believe It or Not books?
Yeah.
And there's always, like, a story in there. It's like, this guy ate, like, an airplane or something. You know, like, cut it up and ate it.
No way.
How do these people eat this stuff? Because, like, if I tried to eat, like, if somebody said, just eat this, like, small little screw, my body would literally reject it. Like, I wouldn't be able to, like, I wouldn't be able to swallow it. So, like, how do you...
I think it's like a tack. Like, in my mind, I'd be like...
It's like a tortilla chip. Like,
yeah.
When you eat a tortilla chip wrong, and it, like, slices you through.
I'd be terrified. Or the coat hook. How did you eat a hook?
Yeah. It's... And it's not so much... Because, yeah, I get she had an eating disorder, whatever. But, like... How would you be able to, like, actually ingest those items? Like, even if you wanted to eat it, like, how do you actually, like...
Which is... I
can barely swallow a pill without being like...
Literally, earlier today,
yeah,
I took a couple pills, like, they were, like, energy, like, little ginseng tablets or whatever. Yeah. And they're, like, huge. Mm-hmm. And each one, I was like... I felt like a cartoon where it's like sliding down your neck and it's, So let me ask you, which one is more believable? The lady that swallowed a fly that in turn swallowed like 7 animals? Because you need the spider to kill the fly, but you need or this lady. Like,
well, clearly one of these stories is true.
and it's the one with the horse and the fly. It's got to be. There's no way. I just don't understand how you could even feasibly. And it's the sheer number.
Yeah.
Not only like number is in the listing of items, but the number is in the quantity of each item.
Yeah.
Like if you did say like 2 large bent safety pins and 1 small safety pin.
Yeah.
I'd still be like, what the hell? But like, okay.
I also like how she was like, oh, it was like a cute stomach pain. Like, ooh, like I can eat
No
like
way.
literally like 2 pieces of chicken and feel like I'm about to die.
Yeah. Like there's no way. There's no way. He almost ate 600 upholstery tacks.
Where were? Oh wait, the hardware store. I was thinking like maybe she was picking them off the couch or whatever.
Can you imagine you're the manager at True Value and you're like, dude, there's the sales aren't adding up. Like there's no way we keep having to restock this.
Right. Who would?
I don't know,
steal-
boss.
Who would steal upholstery?
You never notice when Janice talks? I'm sorry. What's her name? Gertrude?
Mabel.
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 Gertrude was the other person, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah, that was the hotbed.
Yeah.
Every time Mabel talks, it smells like a pocket full of nickels. Why does her breath smell like a handful of sweaty quarters? What's going on here? Mabel had spent quite some time in the in the screw aisle. Like you could see this being a story on like Dateline, but this isn't the thing to screw around about. Like, you know, like this is one of those stupid. You know.
But the doctors weren't screwing around. Yeah. That's hilarious. What is that guy's name? Keith something. Hang on. Keith Dateline. I know Keith Morrison. Yeah. He's the
Yeah.
one that like he would be sitting there across from that guy and he's like, "So, you saw your dad get shot in the face. That must have been wild."
Yeah,
like,
and you're
he's you're like,
Yeah.
"Excuse me."
Yeah, it was.
He's the one who he likes the puns in like
Yeah.
his narration.
Oh my
That's
God.
hilarious.
Annoying. Some would say she had quite the magnetic personality.
Her personality was very attractive.
She had a pretty nice life, but her diet wasn't keeping it all together. One might say she had a screw loose. Like this is just weird. This one writes itself. I'm not
Yeah.
mad at that. Like if you wrote a tacky headline about that,
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
Anyway, kids, don't eat 600 upholstery tacks or safety pins, anything of the like.
Yeah. It will do you no good. Although, like I said, she was perfectly fine. She walked out of there.
In the 2000s, this would have made a killing on TLC. That weird show where people like, you know, I'm in love with my car. I like
Yeah.
to sniff diapers. Like, you know, like this would have made a killing. That would have been a lot of views.
That was the example you went with.
That was the first episode I thought of. You don't like the nice smell of a soiled diaper? Huh? Huh?
No, and it's always the people like
Huh?
eating like sand and stuff or like baby powder and My Strange Addiction is what it's called.
Yes, yes.
Sniffing diapers. Anyway, that's it for this bonus episode.
that's-
Man, that was a rough
Nothing
one.
else to talk about there.
Goodbye.
You're screwed. That's the episode name. You're screwed.
You're screwed. That's brilliant. You heard it here first.